I have to admit something. Apparently I'm particularly stupid because I did an extra recording yesterday. I took the train over to Frisco and got started on a whole bunch of stuff with that, cured the antivirus and all that. And I forgot to tell OBS to record. So, unfortunately, I have a lot of gameplay that was lost. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fendercontrol Gaming. This is Doug, and welcome back to Loathing. But to catch you up, I did the Buffalo Pile. I got Buffalo Bill. You'll see him in a minute. And So on this episode, I'm gonna pick up with the train station and chase after the train. See if I can go get old Norton and kick his ass due to the antivirus. A goblin suddenly runs up with an armload of driftwood and dumps it out in front of you. Hello, look, sculptures I am making. You are buying an art, yes? Well, buying an art or killing? Let's talk. Wow, geez, that's a little over the top. Buying art now! Okay, how much wanting for one of these art? 300 meets. I can afford 300. A driftwood shield? What the hell's a shield? About the best thing you can say about this sculpture is it occasionally ends up between you and something that's trying to hit you. Yeah, well, I guess it's a driftwood shield. Okay. You gotta get that train back. This is embarrassing. Snee points to that set of deep ruts off to the side of the railroad tracks. Norton's taking the train off somewhere in the desert, and you have to follow him. I'll see what I can do. Let's follow the tracks. You jump onto Tiny Tina's back and ride like the wind, following the railroad tracks back into the desert. When you finally catch up, you stand up on Tiny Tina's saddle and leap onto the back of the train like a real badass, just barely catching the edge of the roof and pulling yourself up. Here's hoping you don't have to do that again. Your stuntman could have been killed. Looks like Susie decided not to join you on account of not having a stuntman, so you're on your own till you get back to Frisco. Phew! You're feeling neither fair nor square. Climb down. What's in here? Hand fruit. This end up, all pointing in different directions. Pickled crackers. I don't even have safe cracking. There's a crate way over here. Well, Norton, looks like we're fighting. And this is Buffalo Bill. He's another party member. You build out of a skeleton in the Buffalo Pile, and yeah. Oh good, somebody's built a rickety-ass bridge between these train cars. This is very safe and not panic-inducing at all. Alright, 2 different ladders. These guys look angry and confused. These guys are so preoccupied with the door to the rear of the car they don't notice you prowling around behind them. The one in the back has a shiny key attached to his belt. It must be the key to the dining car because it has dining car stamped into it with letters big enough to read from here. I need more moxie. Well, damn it, we're just gonna have to fight. These guys have burgled their last train. Grab the key to the dining car from the leader's belt. Unlock. Nice, flowers. It's got one of those fancy silver dome things on it. You've never wanted anything more in your life than you want to lift this dome and see what's underneath. But you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise it requires to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Et voila! Oh, it's just a cream pie. Shaving cream. What kind of lunatics are running the food service on this train? No good to eat, but it's very aerodynamic. This table looks like it got jostled around in some kind of scuffle, but the flowers are still standing. Welded shut. There's Norton. You got a clear shot at him from here if you want to throw that pie at him. Hell yeah, let's throw a cream pie. Curses! Why is this guy hanging out on top of the moving train with a knife? I don't know, but he's about to die. And that's why you shouldn't play with knives on top of trains. They're speeding through the desert. You rifle through his pockets. They're empty except his luggage tag. Turns out his tag number is 3. Climb down. A messily scrawled note. Note says, I've hidden the key to the forward passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Sincerely, the train murderer. P.S. Come to the roof of the sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want a murdering. You open the door to the third passenger compartment and find nobody inside. Since the note from the murderer said he was going to be on the roof of the train, that means he couldn't be in his passenger compartment. Since there's no one inside this passenger compartment, whoever the compartment belongs to can only, by process of elimination, be on the roof! Which means the person who rented this compartment must be the murderer. Probably. The only clue you find in here is a luggage ticket, though. It has the number 3 on it. One of those sleeping compartments. You open the door to the second passenger compartment and look inside. There's a portly man in a dapper gray suit with a tiny, meticulously waxed mustache. And not, I'd like to clarify, an enormous bushy one. Excuse-moi, is there some way I might be of assistance, monsieur? Sorry to bother you, but there's a murderer on the loose, and I'm checking the passenger compartments. Sacré bleu! This is very serious, mon ami. Allow me to proffer to you the use of my little graces. I don't know what that means. No thank you. Let me ask you one question. Why, certainly, I am at your service. Are you on the roof of the train? The roof of the train, monsieur? Right now? That's right. None. I am here in conversation with you. Well, that was weird. You open the door to the first passenger compartment. The sole occupant is a little boy about 10 years old wearing a blue suit and knickerbockers. Oh, hello, sir. Is something wrong? Nothing you need to worry about, kid. I'm on the trail of a bad guy. Do you mean a murderer, sir? I'm pretty sure there's one on this train, and they don't call me the world's greatest detective for nothing. What's your name, kid? I probably shouldn't say, sir. There might be a copyright thing. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. Just let me ask you one question, and then you should lock your door after I'm gone. I understand, sir. What would you like to know? Are you on the roof of the train? Excuse me? The murderer left a note saying he's on the roof of the train. Are you? No, sir. I'm in my passenger compartment. Right, good, that's all. The only passenger in this compartment is a middle-aged woman who is writing something in a notebook. She looks up as you enter and greets you with a friendly northeastern accent. Why, hello. Is there something you need, dear? Sorry to bother you, ma'am, and I don't want to alarm you, but there's a murderer on board the train and I'm investigating. A murderer on a train? My goodness, that would be a wonderful premise for my next novel. Sure, why not? Anyway, I need to ask you one question. Go right ahead, dear. According to my evidence, the murderer's on the roof of the train. Are you on the roof of the train? No, dear. All right, thanks for your time. Would you like a meat pie? They're homemade. No, thanks. Just have a look at this playing card before you go. You find bag number 3 and it has the key to the forward passenger car inside. That's very strong corroborating evidence for your theory of who the murderer is. It wasn't the guy on the roof? You finally make it to the passenger car, one car back from the locomotive, which may be confusing if you thought locomotive meant the entire train. So I could just say the engine, except that also refers to the engine itself. That is, the actual steam engine that makes the train go, not the frontmost car of the train. Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly, Norton clambers in the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it! He runs into the frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk. Maybe you could get some of the passengers to help you break the door down and arrest him? Or maybe you just kick the door down and shoot him until he can't bother anybody anymore. This professorial-looking guy is frowning at a sheet of paper and occasionally scribbling on it with a pencil, and then erasing what he just wrote. Excuse me, can you help me with some? Sorry, I'm busy. Ask my wife or my daughter. God knows she could do with something to keep her occupied. What are you working on? It's quite academic. I'm sure you wouldn't understand. Try me. So, if you must know, I'm a scholar of foreign antiquities. I'm attempting to resolve this ancient conundrum from the Far East. He shows you a sheet of paper covered with little boxes, some of which have numbers in them. That's a Sudoku. My little brother thinks they're for babies. What? Look, this box can't be a 3 or a 7 because you've got those there and there, so it has to be a 4. Which means it's 5 here and 9 here. And if that's a 9, then this can't be, so it's a 7 and this one's a 2. You quickly fill in the rest of the puzzle. Well, damn it! What fun is it if you just solve it for me? Sorry, will you help me break down the door to the engine and arrest the Emperor? Well, I guess I got nothing better to do now. Cool. Woman just ignores you. This guy is totally franticking, which is a word I just made up that means ranting in a frantic panic. Everyone else is ignoring him as hard as they can. Hey, buddy. You okay? It's all a lie. We're never going to get to Frisco. Frisco probably doesn't even exist. They've been testing to see how long we can survive on complimentary peanuts and bottled water, and now they're just driving us out into the desert to some kind of government camp. They're going to use our organs to fuel alien flying machines. Percussive maintenance. Huh. This woman is focusing on her knitting and ignoring the general commotion. She must have been knitting the whole trip because the scarf she's made could accommodate a whole marching band. Excuse me, ma'am. Whatever it is, I want no part of it. I keep myself to myself, and I have no desire to get involved, thank you very much. Come on, this is important. A crazy guy stole the train. I need help arresting him, and we'll never get to Frisco. I'm sure everything will sort itself out in the end. In the meantime, I have plenty of wool. Leave her alone. So I need outfoxing. I need percussive maintenance. This overweight man in a 3-piece suit and bowler hat is probably a banker or something. His eyes are closed and his posture is relaxed, but the clench of his jaw betrays his aggravation. Hi, excuse me. What is it? Crazy jerk calling himself the Emperor Norton has hijacked the train. I need volunteers to help me bust down the door and arrest him. I see. And will you help me? No, I'd rather not. That sounds quite strenuous, perhaps even dangerous. Come on, please. No, I don't think so. I'm quite comfortable here, and I prefer to avoid stress. Pretty please? Again, no. I'm supposed to avoid things that might raise my blood pressure. Pretty please with sugar on top? Sugar is one of those things. Pretty please with gravy on top? Gravy is another. Look, please leave me alone. Please, 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 please! No. Please, 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 please! No. Please, 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 please! Stop that. Please, 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 please! I said, no, stop asking. You're really getting on my nerves. Please, 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 I'll stop asking you if you say yes. No, damn it, please, 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 please. All right, God, fine. I'll help. Just leave me alone. This lady is flipping through a book titled Birds of the Western Territory. Since most of the place is desert, it isn't a very long book. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes? Crazy Psycho has taken over the train's engine car, and I need volunteers to help break the door down and arrest him. Oh my, I certainly couldn't be of any help with that. I'm very conflict averse. What if I told you he hates birds and is determined to outlaw them from the territory after he sees his power? That's very sly, but I know you're only saying that because you saw the book I was reading. Yeah, you got me there. Any other ideas to convince me? Suddenly you hear a tapping at the passenger car window. What? Russell! You open the window and your pet crow Russell flaps in and perches on your shoulder. Hey buddy, good to see you. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful crow. And he knows you? Oh sure, me and Russell go way back. Right buddy? I rescued him from a cat when he was only just out of the nest and raised him as a pet. I set him free when I left home recently. But what is he doing here? Has he been following you since then? No. He probably just happened to be flying by and spotted me on the roof of the train and recognized me. Crows are crazy smart like that. That's amazing. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have an avian friend like that. Well, I'm still going to be doing a lot of traveling after this, I figure, so I can't really drag Russell along with me. But I bet Russell wouldn't mind being pals with a nice lady in Frisco who helped save the train. What do you think, Russ? Gah! My goodness, how could I refuse? It's a pleasure to meet you, Russell. My name's Annabelle. Awesome. I'll let you know when we're ready. Man's too busy ignoring his daughter to not ignore you. This little girl is peering out the window of the train, clearly bored out of her mind. Hey there, busy? No. All my toys and friends are in our luggage and it's boring and I hate it. Do you want to help me out with something really important? Huh? Like what? Well, a bad guy took over the engine car and I need people to help me break the door down and arrest him. Well, mister, I'm just a little girl. Hey, now, that's not a good attitude. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do anything just because you're a girl. But, okay. We'll bust that crook's face in. Wow, that's the spirit, but you gotta pay me. In advance. Jeez, you're learning a little too fast. All right, what do you want? I like stuffed animals. When did I get a plush owl? All right. Carnival trash. Maybe if you had the whole set of 3, that'd be okay. Well, crap. Carnival. That's gotta be the freaking circus. Alright, so I need percussive maintenance, I need outfoxing 5, and I need to go get more shit from circus. Okay. Well, let's start with the circus. Enter the circus. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Am I able to go do this now? Take it as a no. Test your aim. What's the game? Shoot like a jaguar. I got a circus show ticket. Thanks. What's the game? I'll give it a shot. Let's shoot like a jaguar again. Ah, plush kitten. One customer on the owls, though. Okay, that's where I got my owl. What's the game? Give it a shot. Hit it extremely hard. Yay! I got all 3. Okay. Stop it. Lucky bottle cap. Man, it's been a minute since I've done this. That's right, the kid asked for a lucky bottle cap somewhere in here. Oh yeah, did I ever go in the sideshow? Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Alright. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. What if I want to touch it? These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face with an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long thin slash of mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you, stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! I got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? Ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You jumped about right out of your boots. Ass. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. See several shelves worth of full white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says clown eggs. In the circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern on an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow and the ticket seller clown out front. Say, wait a minute, here's the egg for that balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. Hey, step back please, no touching. Sorry. Howdy fella, welcome to the sideshow. Thanks, what's to see in here? Well, down on the left we have our collection of spooky warp mirrors. Right here we have an exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down on the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore. I'll be here if you got any questions. What can you tell me about the eggs? That's the traditional clown thing. There's a placard next to them that explains it in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile. Well, alright. I wasn't done with you. What are these things in the jars? That's what we in the business call pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've never seen before. You've never before seen the like. I can't read today. Captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how our boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come, huh? So, no? Ask a question. Can you tell me about these, people? You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball on the head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where'd he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think a fella looks like that, you'd read about him in the papers, right? Oh, yeah, sure is mysterious. How'd he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I bet you got a theory, at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see. Alright. This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. I didn't mean to leave. Hello there, I'm Felix. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You move a little closer to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at this guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what would you call the base of his skull if he had one? A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of his stool are bolted to the floor. Do you blink? Or wink? I guess not. So, the circus gig. His hand slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see, see you around. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name's Douglas. Hi, I'm Felix. Delighted to meet you. So, well, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask me what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Felix. I am in the sideshow after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. He said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though. Certainly not as much as you would expect. What the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so the other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in one body with 2 faces? It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind, with, as you say, 2 faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. Sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Well, that was odd. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Felix. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Felix. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He locks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. The liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates and then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around to the back of the box. He opens the hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Okay. Anatomical learning. Huh. You watch the various fluids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? Sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it's nice to meet you, Janet. So long. Good luck, Felix. That's weird. Very weird. Ask a question. What's with the weird mirrors? Ain't they right? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. It has to do with the way the light reflects off of them. I am 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by a reflection of light. No telling what you might see if you look too long. Uh-huh. Tepid candy. Earlier, you told me there's another clown with the same face paint. That's right, the other balloon seller. Except I looked at the clown eggs displaying the sideshow. There's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposedly taboo for another clown to use another clown's makeup. Say, you're real sharp. Better watch out you don't cut yourself. So what's the deal? You're right, that's just me. I walk around the mid-lane and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them. So you're not actually following me around? Why would I need to do that? You ain't dangerous or anything, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? I'm good, thanks. Okay, well, I got my stuffed animals. That was the whole reason I came here. What's the next thing I need to do? I need to get outfox into 5 for another one, and percussive maintenance. The hell do you get percussive maintenance? Is there a shop in Frisco? Riding along the trail, you pass 2 cowboys who are shooting craps, by which I mean they're having a contest to see whose horse can crap the farthest. What? Yeah, is there a shop in here? Nope, not in this bar, apparently. What you got? Well, the closest thing to a shop is this, so that's not what I need. I don't need this book again. Well, shit. What else do I do here? Alright, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to look up and see what I can do. What I need to do here. I have no idea where to get percussive maintenance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of research, figure out what I need to do, and then I'll pick this up again in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the usual YouTube bullshit. And I really do hope I get to see you in the next one.